Hey, what's going on, Blinksters? Welcome to Vlog a Day, episode 7. And I'm doing alright today. How are you guys going? What day is it? It's Wednesday, halfway through the week. And I tell you, these Vlog a Days, sometimes I wake up and I think, what am I going to vlog about today? But then by the afternoon, I have a topic. Alright, I have no idea where I am. I mean, I'm in Manuera. But I don't know where I am. I know the name of where I am, but I don't know where I am. And that's the best thing about living here, I guess, is it's very easy to get lost. And not lost in the sense that I don't know how to find my way home, but lost in the sense that I'm somewhere new and I don't know where I'm going. All I have to do is take a turn that, you know, is different than where I normally go, and instantly I'm somewhere new. I'm just going to pull out in front of this person. That's what they do here in New Zealand. They're the most whack drivers ever. And what I've noticed here is bad driving promotes bad driving. Because for a long time, like ever since I moved here, I was trying to beat them, you know? So many bad drivers here, and you try to correct them and you make a big deal when they're doing the wrong thing. But you can't. When everybody's a bad driver, you can't take them all on. So you've got no choice but to join them. And that's why I think bad driving promotes bad driving, because people just stop without any reason, or they turn without indicating, or they like sit in half of the lane and you don't know, like, are you in the lane? Are you planning on leaving the lane? I don't know what you're doing. Even when it's merging. I was, just real quick, I was driving the other day, and it was 2 lanes and it merged into 1. And the car next to me was like slightly behind me, so I was in front. So they should have slowed down and like let me take the lead. But they didn't, they just merged right next to me. And they were like half outside the lane, but they didn't want to give up their space. And so I eventually let them go in front of me. It was crazy. Anyway, bad driving promotes bad driving. Now let's go left, because that's somewhere new. Let's follow that bus. Okay, what am I going to talk about today? I do have a topic. I'm sorry, I'm rambling, but I do have a topic. I did something today, and it's very silly, very crazy, very immature. I just tried to freak that kid out for running out in front of me. Okay, I am doing the Auckland half marathon. It's 21 kilometers. I don't know what that is in miles. It was like 1.6, was that 35 miles maybe? I don't know. It is on the 1st of November, and I have never run anywhere near a half marathon. The furthest I've ever run ever was 14 kilometers, and I nearly died. I nearly died that day. I had the first 8 kilometers like smashed, right? I was making excellent time, I was fit, my lungs were good, my legs were good, it was fantastic. But being the novice long distance runner that I am, I died. After the 8K mark on that run, I died. Everything became difficult. My lungs gave out, my legs gave out, my knees were hurting, my ankles were hurting, I was sore, I was just a mess. Anyway, I managed to finish it. I didn't do such a bad time because I had such a good start to the run. But yeah, I finished. I didn't have any finesse, you know. I would have looked like a zombie coming through that finish line. It would have been pretty funny to see. So anyway, after that, I'm like, man, I'm never doing a long run again. 5K, that's my favorite distance to run. I love a good 5K. There's a free fun run called Park Run, and that's on every Saturday morning, and it's all over the world. I used to do it in Brisbane. There was a whole heap of them, and I used to do them in Brisbane, and now that I've moved to Auckland, there's actually, I think, 3 or 4 park runs here just in Auckland. And there's this one that I do. If you live in Auckland, it's at Cornwall Park. Very, very cool park. I might take you there one day. But yeah, it's all over the world. It started in the UK. Yeah, I gave that baby the nod. It's no longer about me getting the nod, it's about me giving the nod. He's lucky to get a nod from me. Started in the UK, and it's in Australia, New Zealand. I even think it's in Russia. I read in the newsletter they had their first park run in Russia. I'm assuming it's in America. I don't know, let me know. Have you heard of Park Run? Every Saturday, it's a free timed fun run. It's really cool. But yeah, 5K, that's my favorite distance, and that's what I sort of vowed to do. And now here I am, what, 3 years on since I did that 2 years. 2 years since I've done that 14-kilometer run. And today, I had a sudden urge, because there's another guy at work that's doing it, but he hasn't done any training for it. And I've been giving him shit for ages, because it's in 3 weeks, and I'm like, come on buddy, you haven't done any training, how are you gonna do it? And he ran it last year, so he's just kind of confident, you know, he made it last year, I think he's gonna make it this year. So I was like motivated. For some reason I had a spike of motivation. I thought if he's doing it and he's not training, I thought, well, screw it. I signed up. 130 bucks later, boom, I got my registration, I got my bib number. 1st of November, I'm doing it. However, I am going to train for it, but I've got to do as much training as I can in the next sort of 2, 3 weeks, because I kind of don't want to run like 4 or 5 days leading up to it, so that kind of counts out the week before the run. Yeah, if you run, let me know. I'm an avid runner, I love it. Lately, I've just been doing my 5K run, so is 3 weeks enough time to train for a 21-kilometer? Is it enough to get me where I need to be to do a 2-hour half marathon? Because that's what I'm aiming for. 2-hour half marathon. Can it be done? Maybe give me some tips. If you're a runner, let me know what I should be doing, because I'm sort of planning on doing a 5, and then an 8, and then a 10. I think the max I'm going to run is maybe 15, 16 Ks, because they say you don't need to run the actual distance that you're training for. So I'm training for a half marathon. I don't need to do a half marathon. You can just run like a max of like 16 Ks, and then on the day somehow you're right. I don't know how that works, but I'm running with that. All right, let's give it some gas for the end of the video. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Give me a like. I'm very nervous about this whole vlog a day thing. I'm just freaking out. No one's enjoying it. So, I mean, I know there's some people enjoying it, but I know there's a lot of people who aren't enjoying it. So I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. Should I not be doing it? I don't know. But love the feedback, love the positive feedback I get about it, and maybe I should focus on that and maybe steer clear of the unsubscribes and the haters. But it's hard. You tend to focus on that stuff, don't you? You have 1,000 people say, good job, Blinky, and you have one say, you're shit, and you focus on that one, don't you? Anyway, guys, peace out. I'll see you tomorrow.